Long ago, in the Wanni country in the northwest of Sri Lanka, there was a small village called Ondarawawa. In that village, a giant baby was born. His parents loved him dearly and cared for him well. When little Hitihami was old enough to sit and play, he could already eat 2 large pots of rice every day. When he started walking, he needed 3 pots, and by the time he was 7 years old, he ate 4 pots of rice daily. Hitihami was a strong and fearless boy. He ran with other children, catching hares and little deer with his bare hands. When he brought them home, his parents asked, "Son, where did you find these?" And Hitihami proudly said, "I caught them while running, Mother." When Hitihami turned 12, he said, "Mother, give me some food. I want to go and clear a chaina field." His mother packed him a meal, and off he went to the jungle with 2 billhooks. By the end of the very same day, he had cleared the whole field. He came home and said, "Mother, I have cut a chaina. Please ask Father to burn it at the right time." Soon after, Hitihami planted millet in the cleared land. The next day, he asked again for food and went to prepare a paddy field near the tank. In one day, he built the ridges for a huge field large enough for 1.5 amunas of paddy, about 3.5 acres. The next day, he made the muddy field ready, then sowed the paddy himself. He even built the fence and a small watch hut to guard it. Every night, he watched over the field and sprinkled water using just 1 foot because the water was so shallow, and he was that strong. Around that time, the king of Kandy had brought a Malawa giant from India, an enormous wrestler. Many men had tried to fight him, but all had fallen, so the king ordered his ministers, "Find me a man strong enough to wrestle the Malawa giant." The ministers searched far and wide until they heard about Hitihami of Ondarawawa, who ate 7 pots of rice a day. They went to his home, but only his mother was there. "My son is at the paddy field," she said. When the ministers reached the field, they saw a tall, broad man sprinkling water with his foot. "Are you Hitihami?" they asked. "Yes, I am," said the young giant. "The king has called you to wrestle with the Malawa giant." Hitihami returned home, and his mother said, "I have not cooked yet, son, only boiled 5 pots of millet." Hitihami drank milk from 7 buffaloes, ate all 5 pots of millet, washed his hands, and said, "Let's go." On the way to Kandy, he saw a pumpkin field and plucked for big pumpkins, eating them as he walked. When he arrived, the king asked, "Can you wrestle with the Malawa giant?" Hitihami smiled and said, "Not just one. If 7 Malawa giants came, I would not be afraid." The king gave the order, and the match began. The great wrestling match. The Malawa giant rushed forward, roaring. But Hitihami caught him in one strong grip and with a single twist, broke his bones. "Stop, don't kill my Malawa giant," cried the king, but it was too late. The Malawa giant had fallen dead. The king grew angry and said to his ministers, "Take this Hitihami across the Mahaweli River. I do not want him here." So they sent Hitihami away. As Hitihami walked back to his village, he came upon 60 men gathered under a tree. "What are you all doing here?" he asked. "We are here to cut the paddy crop," they said. "Shall I help you?" asked Hitihami. Of course, the men laughed. Hitihami borrowed their sickles, but they were too weak for his hands. He broke them all. Then he pulled out his beetle cutter knife and started cutting the paddy. In one breath, he harvested 2 amunas of paddy, about 4 acres. When he ran out of ripe paddy, he even started cutting the green plants until the farmers shouted, "Stop, that's not ready yet." After finishing the work, Hitihami said, "You go eat the harvest meal, I'll go home." On his way back, a wild buffalo attacked him. Hitihami caught the animal by its horns, twisted them, and broke them off. Then he carried the horns home and showed them to his mother. "Mother," he said proudly, "I wrestled the Malawa giant and won. Then I cut paddy for 60 men, and this is from the buffalo that tried to ghoul me." His mother looked at him in wonder and said softly, "My son, do not tell anyone else these stories. Let them stay between us." Then she cooked him sweet cakes and milk rice and fed him with love. And that is how Hitihami the Giant became the strongest man ever known in the Wanni country. Hitihami's mother was so cared for him, wanted to keep him away from trouble. He helped the people in the village and lived happily. The villagers were so grateful to have such a strong man in the village.